So, someone told you to use RAG. Someone else said fine tune the model. And now you're sitting there thinking, are these the same thing? Are they different? This is one of those concepts where the more you read about it, the more confused you get. So let's fix that. Here's what most people think when they first hear this. RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, sounds like a fancy search upgrade. Fine-tuning sounds like training the AI, making it smarter. So the assumption is fine-tuning equals a better model. RAG equals better search. And if you want an AI that actually knows your stuff, you fine-tune it, right? Not exactly. Here's where things get weird. Fine-tuning doesn't teach the model facts, it teaches the model behavior. That's the shift. And this is actually why the title of my last video is true. Because someone has to know which tool to reach for. Someone has to understand what's actually broken. The model can't debug its own architecture. You can. Think of it like this. Imagine you hire a new employee. Incredibly smart, great communicator, handles complexity well. Now you want them to know your company's internal data, your product catalog, your policies, your support history. You have two options. Option 1. You train them again. Months of onboarding, bake all the information directly into their brain. Option 2. You give them a really good filling system. Every time a customer asks something, they pull the right file, read it, and answer. Fine-tuning is option 1. RAG is option 2. And here's the thing, option 1 is expensive, slow, and weirdly not always better. Because facts go stale, but behavior doesn't. This is why both exist. Fine-tuning was built to change how a model responds, its tone, its format, its style, its persona. You want it to always respond like a legal document? Fine-tune. You want it to sound like your brand? Fine-tune. You want a very specific output structure every time? Fine-tune. But you do not fine-tune to inject knowledge, because that knowledge gets frozen at training time, and the world keeps moving. RAG exists to solve the knowledge problem. You gave the model access to an external store, documents, a database, a knowledge base. At a query time, it retrieves the relevant chunk. Then it answers with that context in hand, fresh, dynamic, updatable, no retraining needed. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They think my model doesn't know about my product data, so they fine-tune it. They spend days on this and the model still hallucinates because you didn't change what it knows. You changed what it thinks. The knowledge was never in there to begin with. Wrong tool, wrong problem. It's like training your employee to be more confident when the real problem was they had no files to reference. Confidence without information is just loud hallucination. So when does each one matter actually? RAG, when your data changes, when it's large, when you need the model to stay grounded and not make things up. Fine-tuning, when you need a specific tone, a specific format, a task type the base model consistently handles badly, and sometimes both. RAG to give it the right information, fine-tuning to make sure it responds the right way. Once you see it like that, these two things stop competing. RAG is the memory, fine-tuning is the personality. You don't choose between memory and personality. You figure out which problem you actually have, and then you pick the right tool. That's the job. That's still the developer's job, even when the AI is writing the code.